Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Bienvenidos gente al directo del Apollo Justicia. Blue Parrot, y good luck with your exam, mucha suerte con tu examen, eso sí. Espero que te vaya muy bien. I will listen to this while going at it, I don't think I can pass anyway, lol, shit's dire. No... Blue Parrot, believe in yourself. Believe in the Blue Parrot who believes in you. Cree en la Blue Parrot que cree en ti. ¿Vale? Yo sé que puedes. Intentarlo al menos. O sea, confía. Hasta que no se entrega el examen, no se deja de confiar. Y yo confío. Eu confío. Lo sé que está mal no saludar cuando pasa el inglés de ansiedad. No te preocupes, Laibel. Tú lo que puedas y lo que quieras, de verdad. No pasa nada. Y el español ya no está porque básicamente alterno yo entre español e inglés. You can do this, Blue Parrot. Injustice with trust. And in Blue Parrot we trust. Yeah, sure. I will pretend that that's what the message said. Hello, bitch. Hey, Shanth. Congratulations for redeeming your first. Oh my god, I have an exam tomorrow. I will be free next Sunday, I promise. No. Blue Parrot. Ay. Anyways. You should hydrate now. Thank you, Blue Parrot. Y se responde todo y no se deja nada en blanco. Exacto. Aunque sea darle la vuelta a la pregunta para responder algo y que te dé una décima. You always answer everything on the exam, just in case it gives you like an extra little point. Right, chat. Today, we finish this long 10-month journey. Today we finish Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. It's been a really curious game to play. After both The Greatest Attorney and, you know, being games that I never played. Originally when I was young, so... A guy doing the entrance exam did that so poorly that our professor roasted him. Hey, but he never gave up until the end. Remember, Blue Parrot, a dragon never yields. Recuerda lo que nos dijo Durk, el padre de Apolo. Un dragón nunca. Un dragón nunca, ¿vale? He said a Romanesque mural painting was ancient Egyptian. Okay, that's actually fucked up. Send him to jail. Guilty, no questions asked. But yeah, learn about time traveler. So last time Sorin fucking died. No, last time Sorin collapsed on the floor. Oh my god, to Apolo. Well, Apolo no está aquí, pero sí. Hostia, Sean. Mod, mátalo. Sean, mátalo, mata ese bot. Es tu momento. Mátalo. GP, I have a mod now. We can actually mods kill that bot. Thank you for your service, Sean. Muchas gracias, Sean. Estaré por aquí hasta que tengo que irme. Va. No te preocupes, Sean. Okay, what do we have to do now? Find Pierce and return Sonny's notebook. Thanks, Sean. Eagle noises. Right. So... maybe here? September 22nd. Rocket Park, Mooring Dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Ah, Mr. Wright and Mrs. Fay. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Sorin's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. So Durkin chat and I came to the stream. Hey Mars, how you doing? So this is what the Knights of Gondor felt, exactly. It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. Beep boop, I'ma kill you. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, goddamn, who is this hottie, eh? This is Pierce. He's the butler of Sorin... what's his name? The Pierce Nicody, the butler of Sorin Sprocket, who is the fiancé of Ellen Wyatt, who is the client that we're defending. Pierce, more like fierce, exactly. This is the DLC case for Speed of Justice, Mars. Speaking of hydration, chat, I need this water to survive all of stream. You know, if you make me drink all of my water now, I'm going to die later on. I think N was a beard. Huh? Was a beard. Huh? Blue Parrot. El que tengo aquí colgado. Me está gustando esta frase por el último directo. Buenas tardes. Vanigan, ¿cómo andamos? ¿Cómo ha ido el día? ¿Has podido descansar? ¿Has podido estar bien? Guau, Vanigan, te va a flipar esto. Mira, esta es la cliente y este es el novio. Es un twinkazo. Este de back, thank you, Sean. Es un twinkazo. Y luego tienes a este señor que es su mayordomo, que también es bastante guapo. Y luego está la hermana muerta del pavo este, que es guapísima también. All of this entire case is just a bisexual machine maker. Este caso entero fabrica bisexuales. Let me see again. Pause, let me see her. There she is. Lo peor es que la cara del novio me recuerda a alguien y no sé a quién, ¿verdad? And then there's Larry. He's just there. Do not forget to give him... Also, see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Sorin now, but... Did you want something of me? Actually, here's Sorin's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Sorin gets it back. ¿Y mi hija? Ahí está. Ahí está, Mark. There she is. Truly right. There she is, Mark. Poor Larry. He accidentally got involved in a historical soap opera. That's literally it. Move Twink, my turn. El otro día dijimos que el Twink novio se parecía a Chrome. Es que se parece a otra persona y no sé quién. He looks a little bit like Chrome, but he also looks like someone else. My wife is dead and not even in the game anymore. Sigh. A young Jonathan Joestar? No. No. It's different. Thank you. Sorin's notebook given to Pierce. No, Phoenix, the fucking evidence. Pierce will be my wife for this case. Great. Because we think that the butler did it. I trust you did not look inside. Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? No. Die. Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Sorin. I mean, he is a little bit hot. I will give you that, Mars. Although I would still go for the broom and the bride. So if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Phoenix, you just gave him millions of dollars in patents, Damas. He is our Damas. Alright, I will make this as quick as I can. Are you bisexual? The cover-up. Are you into men? I would like to ask you about the cover-up which you try to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation. Dark, I want you to take a look at my photos and tell me if you think I give a fuck about him killing people. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You do like Christoph, so yeah. It's simply part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. Is she actually the girl that married the Yakuza in Speed of Justice, or is she just similar? No, she's just similar, I think. Also, marrying a Yakuza. Wait. Speed of Justice, marrying a Yakuza. Did I forget that plot point? Blue Parrot, you are confusing me. The girl that killed the guy. Okay, that's... Ah, but that wasn't a Yakuza. That was a Rakugo artist. I have nothing more to say on the matter. I see long hair and glasses and I start acting like a damn dog. We can see it, Mark. There's a pattern there. He's gonna get it all night long. Good for you. Good for you, Mars. I will say, I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. The accident. The accident. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Well, sucks to be you, isn't it? Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Sorin's request. What? That is the type of person Master Sorin is. That's the groom's job, yes. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. Mars, cleaning glasses. I mean, it's more of a monocle than a full-on glass, but you know, yeah. Also, Mars, please tone it down a little bit. I appreciate it, but please tone it down a little bit. Thank you. She was such a sweet person that even in her lost moments, he thought of Master Sorin. Not only did Sorin not hold a grudge against Bloomsbury, instead he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. Selena's last moments. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moment? Yes. In my professional capacity, the accident happened on the way to a certain party. And what kind of party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena's and Master Sorin's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket's family's regular hospital. They even have a hospital? Wow. To have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Sorin pulled through. But Miss Selena, she... Hey, pretty princess. She's dead, Mars. She's fucking dead. The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Please help Sorin. No! No! Ever since then, I have attended Master Sorin and tried to help him any way I can. I see. Selena's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great, he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both, was he... Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiancé. Hey Shadow, it's me, the devil. Hola Night, ¿cómo andamos? ¿Cómo ha ido el día? ¿Cómo estás? Okay, I think this is illegal. I don't think as a surgeon you can operate on people who are close to you. Unless very specific circumstances. No creo que... Creo que estaba vetado por ley que si conoces al paciente no puedes operarles. Esperando a la raid, nice. Muchísima suerte, pues. Seguro que la destrozáis. Sí, Sean ha matado a un bot. Lo busco, vale. I don't think you can operate on someone if you are a known member of the surgeon. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So, where is her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. So, Selena had a fiancé. I would like to find out more about him, but I doubt I will find him anytime soon. Phoenix, I think he's right in front of us. I think it's Pierce himself. So, are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Sorin? There's nothing more to tell. I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he will be able to tell me something about it. Oh yeah, that piece of evidence. Yes. Have you ever seen this candelabra before? Why? No, I don't know anything about it. Of course. Of course. Pone que ilegal no es, pero que no se suele dejar hacer. Exacto. Eso me quería sonar a mí. Like, it's not illegal, but it's not usually a procedure that is that they let you do. Por, bueno, todo lo que supone, claro. Oye, ¿no había un bisturí implicado en este caso? Soy yo, eres tú. No hay ningún bisturí en este caso. My Magatama reacted. He must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those shaky locks and find out what. Es como los profesores que dan clases a sus hijos, sí. Diablo. Alright, Pierce's secret. Pierce. You're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Take that! Yep. Thorin has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Ugh. Nice. Yes, Master Sorin is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved with this case injured? Mira cómo se saca el pañuelo. ¡Hey, Sater! ¿Cómo estás? Es que es un putazo este señor. Go Pinish Rice. Find out what this guy is hiding, other than the pregnant of the father of... Jesus Mars. No está prohibido, pero si se puede hacer se evita. Claro, claro. Not as far as I know. I see. Then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Sorin could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Sorin with it. You cannot possibly think Master Sorin is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Sorin had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. Take that! Yep. Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Sorin's sister away. Boom. I am a fucking nerd. Also a fucking slut, look at how I polish my monocle. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Sorin with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. My slut, by the way. Jesus Christ. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case. Oh, really? Sorin's stabbing and Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Sorin's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Pim pam, truco, truco. A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows that the murderer was in the reception hall, Thorin was there during the crime. Gloomsbury wasn't there, of course. Thorin was there during the crime. Sorin's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Thorin was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything. I'm entering my Discord kitten typing arc. Oh no, Mars. Oh no, that is not a good arc. Here's a secret. Will you tell me about Sorin's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Sorin himself. As you surmised, Master Sorin was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. You will take your ibuprofen now. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury shop appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. My phone also has those. Oh god, Blue Parrot. Character development incoming. Master Sorin went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Sorin was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Sorin was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So, Sorin really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Sorin arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So, Pierce is saying that Sorin was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. I'm just copying those the ones I like. That's actually fair. That's fair, Knight. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Sorin's injury and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related. So I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Boo, you stink! From I need to get him pregnant to I want him to carry my... Jesus Christ! Jesus Mars! Now then, I am sorry, but I am afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Bye! Pierre should have just told us about everything in the first place and saved us a lot. And saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is the family butler after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier though, did he? But at last we learned something new. Sorin was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So, what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. Let's go. Reception hall. September 22nd, Flying Chapel, Reception Hall. It looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. I knew it! Only Emma calls him Mr. Wright. Mars Owo. No, ese no! Night mistyping, no! Amazing. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now? Sure, the police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Jesus Christ, my chat has become conquered by those kinds of emotes. Jesus Christ. Never change, chat, never change. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it too. Well, how do we get him back to the station? Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. Well, be careful. I'll be seeing you. Bye. Goodbye. Sean? Sean. God damn it, everyone is doing it now. I can't change. Sark is the Discord mod. Nah, I'm nowhere close in Discord mod actually. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Sorry. Nah, no pasa nada. No, don't worry, chat. This is all good, all good. Okay, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, stop cleaning my crime scene. Nothing particularly interesting here, only someone trying to clean evidence. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Oh, Maya. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was just hoping it had changed somehow, you know, so it would be more interesting. The last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. Tater, ¿qué cojones? Tater. As far as I know, hostia puta, Isan. No puedo leer eso, soy no binario. Ah, eres no binario, claro, no binario. Analfabeti. Blue Parrot. Me cago en todo, voy a traducir eso. Hold up. Shader, me cago en todo. Binary to text. Ok, binary to text. ¿Cuántos meses tienen 28 días? Solo uno. How many months have 28 days? Only one of them. February. Kiss my ass. All. A ver. No. No. Sater. ¿Cuántos meses tienen exactamente 28? ¡Que no! ¡Que no! No funciona así. Los números no funcionan así. Sean, dile que los números no funcionan así. Sater, cállate. Sater, los números no funcionan así. Soy físico. Leighton te habrá preguntado eso, Zar. Sean, cállate. Sean. Silence. Ok, yes. All months have 28 or more days. I am being bullied by chat. Night banealos a todos. Pues física me paso por las bolas, Zark. ¡No! Mods. Kill that man. Okidoki. ¡No! Dios mío. I got good, chat. I got good. All months have 28 days. Todos los meses tienen 28 días. Sí. Pero el mes caracterizado por tenerlo es febrero. The month that is characterized to have 28 days is February itself. Ah. Ah, Dios mío. Okay. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key?
Let's ask the maid about it.
Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts up the timekeeper. A startup key? Me when I'm wrong and I know it. Yeah, I was wrong, Chad, I know, I was just joking. I was just messing around. Ah, ¿y cuándo es bisiesto? Entonces no tiene 28 días, tiene 29. Las cosas desventuras del chat de Zarco. A ver, es que el concepto de tener es abstracto. Los conjuntos de números existen, ¿vale? Preguntadle a Sean, él sabe de matemáticas. Yo no sé de matemáticas.
That's right. Oh. The first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful.
The first startup of love.
The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love. And when they put them together... Oh, how romantic it was.
Key of love added to the court record. First startup of love ceremony. ¿Quién ha hecho conjuntos? ¿Quién necesita que estudie las familias de conjuntos? Learn math with Tharkrai. Yes, that's me. Hi. What exactly did that entail?
Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was like kind of like a cake cutting ceremony.
And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned?
Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry. I'd better be getting back to my work.
Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. Huh. Muy sassy. Dato gracioso, había buscado adivinanzas para adultos para esa mierda y no me dejan de hacer adivinanzas con doble sentido de los más raros. Ay, no. No.
It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it?
Yeah. If only it wasn't the scene of the murder, we could really enjoy it.
True.
Oh god. Es que sí, la forma de buscarlo no fue la más indicada, la verdad. You Billy, silly dilly, pilly willy, hilly jilly, time is just a concept. Some people may say we're in November, but it's actually already Christmas for some. No, time is not a concept. It's a fucking problem that's giving me headaches right now. Hello, good afternoon. Hey, la yaya, ¿cómo andamos? ¿Cómo estás? It must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today.
Oh, we don't mind.
Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me way over here.
We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to this airship.
Wow, talk about devoted. Girl, you need a vacation.
Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday.
Huh? How can you tell?
Because the food stains that were there are now gone.
I should have known it's because it's food related. Oh Maya. I guess we have checked out everything of interest in this area. Time is a concept by humans, there's no hour for animals. It's only dark and light. That's like for Jesus Christ. Wow. Hot air balloon, yeah. Alright. Ooh, what are you doing over there? Hey, take a look at that door. I was not pointing to the door, but you know. I wonder where it goes.
Shall we open it up and see? Wait, please don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. It leads directly outside. You will fall to your death.
Ew, that was a close one. Huh, Maya?
I'll say.
Maya fucking dies. And is good. Usted, bastante bien. Hace un buen día en general. It's been a good day in general. A ver. Alright. Ok, Emma, ¿qué cojones? Emma, what the fuck? Here's the broken lantern, all patched up. And I do mean patch. Maya fucking dies, episode 647, yep.
Emma said it was some of her best work, so I knew she put a lot of effort into it.
It was pretty smashed up. It must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Dios mío, sigo sin creerme que haya caído en la adivinanza de Sater. Bien jugado, Sater, bien jugado. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. Phoenix, really? It looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand.
Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting all doom and gloom's body inside. Do you see anything else worth noting?
Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to really compare the two later.
Excuse me, is the fog machine ready to use now?
No, I'm afraid not. We only put dry ice in it when there's an actual reception.
I see. That's too bad.
She still wants to blast me with a cloud of smoke, doesn't she? Oh, Maya. Never change. Aha! I knew it. The valve should be on the inside. Not the outside, the bloody one. This is the unbroken Pegable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same. More that they are made up of the same parts.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Maya?
I think there's something off about this Pegable.
Just about everything about it looks off to me.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again.
Hey, I know. It's this, right?
What? Where?
The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the color of the wheel handle. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Yep. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handle switched around.
Oh wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand.
Right. Which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern.
Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
It's really hard to say at this point. Phew. Well, I think we have checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Oh shit. Sorry, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. Oh shit. Dark, debo irme. Adiós, volveré. Chao, Sean. Que vaya todo bien. Oh god, the twink, he's scared. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? No, my notebook. I have to have Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Talk about addiction. I don't think it's addiction. I think it's more a comfort item for him. Thank God his fanfic is safe. Yeah, this is me and the patterns, but especially the fanfic. Phew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open it up again? A saber qué fanfics tiene ahí guardados. I imagine that he has a lot of sci-fi fanfics written in there. He needs to rest. Ah, I guess you're right. Now, if you will excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. Alright. No, wait. Alright. There we go. No, tus fanfics, Dark. My fanfics? What are you talking about? I need to go back to writing at some point. Debo volver a escribir. Ah, sí, la típica idea que se abra por hablar. Muy estudiada en nuestros días. Exacto.
There they go.
Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency. I'll sort through what we have learned. Let's go back. Hopefully we will see Athena and Druzy. September 22nd. Write anything agency. We're back. Everybody here?
Oh, hi boss.
Athena? I thought you were with Druzy.
I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything?
Well, turns out that the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren's sprocket.
What? Really?
We have John at the same time. Talk about coincidence, damn. That's a funny coincidence. I woke up and put up an old sweater. I put my hair in a messy bun, and when I got downstairs, One Direction was there. I know they are Y/N/Pierce. Jesus Christ. Your name is Pierce. Wow, amazing.
I always thought he seemed suspicious.
Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently.
No way! I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up. A cover-up, I tell you.
That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but...
But what? It's your job, right? So, pursue the heck out of it. Just do it.
Thank you, Athena. Very cool. I know que ha pasado night. Yeah, but... is that really what's best for Ellen? He also has the ones about Alpha and Omega. No! No!
Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man. Either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So, what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright?
I can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen.
What a tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage.
I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go.
Break the news to Ellen, you mean?
Yep.
Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I bet I could help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news.
Athena, tienes que psicoanalizar su matrimonio. Athena, you have to psychoanalyze their marriage. I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be?
Do I? Athena, what are you doing here?
Mark! There she is, Trucy.
I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing.
Jaja, ojalá hubiese pasado eso con mis padres. Night. Night. Necesitaban terapia, y de la buena.
No, wait. I really can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me.
A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena.
But boss! If you will on me one more time, Athena, I'm going to use a real blade on you.
Jesus Christ, Trucy, what the fuck? Hello, my kittens, I'm back from doing homework. Hey, Mars. Damn, Trucy chose violence. Eso Trucy escolariza a Athena, Dios mío. And Athena fucking died. The end. Por eso no hay más juegos de Ace Attorney, porque mataron a Athena. That's why there are no more Ace Attorney games, because Trucy killed Athena. Sorry, Athena, but somebody's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Again there, kiddo. Come on, Maya, we'd better get going. September 22nd. Detention Center, Visitor Room. Finally, Trucy is committing a real crime. A real crime. Not like the other times, or like those three with Maya, yeah. We love you, Trucy, right? Sos mi hija, you are our daughter. Yeah, she is. Hello, Ellen.
How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright?
Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Bloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall?
I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he would come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry.
I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen. I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out.
What kind of decision?
This is very hard for me to say, but... Night, ooh. White rose. Yeah, she's holding a white rose bouquet. You feel 42 white rose petals flutter around as you hear the word white rose being spoken. The mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren.
What?
Gas, her hairdo when she is like this is much better. Le queda mejor el peinado así que cuando lo tiene arreglado y hecho para atrás. In other words, in court tomorrow. Also, his hair does a little hat on the top of her forehead. El peinado le hace un pequeño corazoncito encima de la frente, eso es muy mono. I'm afraid I will have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit.
No! Soren is innocent! No!
But don't you see? If I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you will be found guilty.
No! No!
Please, Ellen, calm down.
Why? Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather I be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can let yourself think like that.
Jesus Christ, Maya.
But no! Marriage is for life, right?
Not really, Maya. There's this thing called divorce. She looks like a lion, yeah, she does.
Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him?
Es que this sprite is fucking amazing. No, my poor girl. Take one step backwards, please, Maya. Not really, exactly.
You're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you have just got to do whatever it takes to make things work.
No, Ellen. Ellen, no.
But, Nick, you talk to her.
Hey! Don't just dump this all on me. No, Ellen, no. Eso intentan mis padres, no. What do you mean divorce? I just collect wives, men, like Pokemons. Jesus.
You're right. I'm innocent and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court.
I'll certainly do everything in my power. I just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. Goat, yeah, goat. To be continued. Well, chat, time to divorce the heck out of them. Os vamos a divorciar, lo queréis o no. We're going to divorce them whether they like it or not. No quiero quejas, Fénix. Vos fuiste igual, perdón. Vos fuiste peor, Fénix. September 23rd, 8:50 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nah, yo no creo que sea el culpable. I don't think that Sorin is the culprit. No creo que sea el culpable, eh. Turn about to divorce. Turn out to divorce, Jesus Christ. So, the one thing we found out yesterday is that Sorin was there at the crime scene. I really hope I can get some testimony from him that will get to the heart of the matter. Girl, can you... Ok, ¿por qué no la dejan cambiarse de ropa, la pobre? They don't let her change dresses, Jesus.
Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Ellen. Don't know what Sorin took the kids and the car, Jesus. Wow. Okay, that's actually kind of just a little bit funny. Good morning, Ellen. Look, I'm afraid you might not like the result of today's trial. Nevertheless...
Don't you still think of going that route? Sorin is innocent. He can't be found guilty. Take me instead.
She isn't to be married, divorced. She has to have the wrist, exactly. Ellen, please, try and get a hold of yourself.
Oh.
Can I? Oh.
I believe in Sorin with all of my heart. So how dare you doubt him?
She Angie.
Regardless of which one of them is found guilty today, it's going to be devastating for Ellen, isn't it?
We'll just have to do everything we can. That's the best we can do, you know? I have trust issues, Ellen, yeah. Yeah, es que es muy joven, aún no le sabe. Es muy joven. She's still a little bit young. She doesn't know yet. The trial is about to begin, Mr. Wright. Alright, let's go, Maya.
Yeah.
Maya, just summon the spirit of the deceased. It's that easy. September 23rd, 9 AM. District Court, Court number 6. Day 2. Court is now in session. All rise. ¿Rise? Llamen a Raifa. Someone call Raifa, yes. Oh, hold up. Oh no, ¿cómo coño es esto? Ay no. Había enganchado el cable del mando con el radiador. No sé cómo. Someone call Yashiro to the stand. Yes. All rise. Ok, Mars. Her last name is Wyatt. It's one letter off from being Ellen Wyatt. It's one letter off. Her full name is Ellen Wyatt. Court is back in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Let's see now. Where were we?
In yesterday's session, we found out about the Sprocket family's conspiracy to cover up the murder of Thomas Bloomsbury with a second reception. Taking advantage of our collective shock, the defense, as usual, made a nonsensical claim. Namely, that there was a third person present who struck the victim.
Ellen Wyatt. Jesus.
Objection!
Hey, don't try to make it sound like I made it all up. The defendant herself made a statement about the existence of a third person, and further investigation has only proven her statement to be true. I presume the defense intends to focus on improving the identity of this third person. Is that alright with you, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is ready to kiss the defense. Yeah, exactly. Edgeworth, what are you ready for?
Indeed, Your Honor. In fact, I predict that the defense will, most likely, attempt to name Mr. Sorin Sprocket as the true culprit.
How did you...
The driver during the accident that killed Mr. Sprocket's sister was the victim. Therefore, Mr. Sprocket had a motive to murder Mr. Bloomsbury.
Where are his glasses? He can't see shit. Están en su bolsillo del traje. He has them on his little pocket on his chest.
That's what you plan to assert, is it not, Mr. Wright?
Ugh. Am I that transparent?
Come on now, Mr. Wright. Do you really think that the police will uncover this information?
Congrats on getting anything one, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it! But... You're wrong! Soren didn't do it! He's innocent!
Miss Wyatt, please.
He's innocent! I tell you! What is this, Mr. Wright? I thought your claim about the existence of the third person came from the defendant.
It did. This is just a minor hiccup. ¿Tiene presbicia? Sí.
He's not wearing them, or else if he sees Phoenix, he's about to have an extra Jesus Christ, Mars.
Did you not discuss your strategy for today with the defendant, Mr. Wright? Starting off on the wrong foot again is seriously cutting into my lifespan.
It would appear that the defense is in disarray. Therefore, the best way to clear things up is to ask Mr. Sprocket himself what happened. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Soren Sprocket to the stand.
What? Very well. Bailiff, please bring Mr. Sprocket to the witness stand. Bring the twink to the stand.
Traed al twink al estrado.
Twink. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Today I went to court. That was nice.
Gay. He's very. This man and Ellen, they're like Lloyd and.
Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane.
They're like Lloyd and Yor, but a little bit younger. Sí. Son máquinas de crear bisexuales.
Let's see. Soren Sprocket, Managing Director of Sprocket Aviation. Mr. Sprocket, please give your answers in words, not paper airplanes.
No, wait, no, this is great. He cannot go back on his word if he writes his statements.
Yo tal vez Dark, lo sé, Mark, lo sé. Now then, Mr. Sprocket. Please tell that doubting lawyer there what really happened at the time of the crime. Well, Mr. Sprocket.
Autism. Yeah, he has the autism, Ruiz.
Mr. Sprocket.
He's having a non-verbal day. That's literally it. Alright. You want me to talk about what happened when the crime occurred? In other words, after the first wedding reception. When Ellen and I were in the reception hall, right? Not even the power of the court can stop him from marching off to the beat of his own drum.
Gay flag in the insignia? Okay.
Okay, yeah, witness testimony. What Soren remembers. I was stabbed by Dumas in the reception hall, and I collapsed to the floor. The next thing I saw was Ellen and Dumas on the Vista deck. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed for the Vista deck. But when I got there, Dumas was already... I don't want to believe it, but it must have been Ellen. Nothing else makes sense. Me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic at the bottom. Ah, guy, yeah. Wait just a minute here. You actually think Miss White killed the victim? That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. Nah, you tripping. Nah. Look at him. He's trembling in fear. This is unbelievable. How can you suspect your bride? The woman you love?
Objection!
The truth can be cruel. Miss Wyatt, you must be very upset. Is there anything you wish to say?
No! No!
No! I can't believe this! Soren!
Beep boop beep. Hey, Victor, welcome in. We are traumatizing this 21-year-old.
I thought that at least you would believe in me. The best way now to show your love for your groom is to admit your guilt and try to atone. Soren?
Hold it!
Mr. Edgeworth, I haven't even cross-examined the witness yet. And quit picking on the clearly distraught.
Yeah, that's not so cool, Mr. Edgeworth. A court is where we seek the truth. Edgeworth, voy a invocar el espíritu de tu padre y te vas a joder. Hostia puta, no. Maya, no.
That's sexist. It is. It is. Bueno, se concretó el divorcio. I bet he does it at home. Maya sí.
And the truth is unyielding, even to the truly pitiful.
Mr. Edgeworth, I find it distasteful to make a lady cry.
It too, Your Honor. So, what are you going to do, Nick?
If the third person Ellen saw in the Vista deck was Sorin, then we have to prove Sorin was there at the time of the murder. I don't see any obvious inconsistency in his testimony, but we have to push forward. Okay, time to work our way through this. What Sorin remembers. I was stopped by Dumas in the reception hall and I collapsed to the floor. The next thing I saw was Ellen and Dumas on the Vista deck. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed for the Vista deck. I understand that your bride was in danger, but were you really able to move with a stab wound to the gut? I was desperately trying to push the pain out of my mind. I see. So adrenaline kicked in and gave you strength. Is that right? I don't see much of anything in this statement I can refute. That's right. I almost passed out several times as I made my way to the Vista deck. Twink, if you don't wanna date a woman, just come out. No. He's bisexual, actually. Dumas was already...
Hold it!
Already what? Are you absolutely sure, Mr. Sprocket? But by the time you got to the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed? Yes. But the Vista deck isn't just on the other side of the glass with windows in the reception hall. Shouldn't you have been able to get there right away?
Objection!
Heh. Fucking die. Mr. Wright, have you investigated nothing? The only way to the Vista deck is to go to the hold and take the lift.
Well, that's fucking... that's fucking... how do I say this? Not well designed. Why can't they just install a door between the hall and the Vista deck? Okay, whatever.
No matter how much one hurries, it would take at least 10 minutes.
And that's our window of opening. Ah, well, that's unhelpful. But Sorin had to have gotten there before the murder, or my claim won't stand. Do you have any ideas for me, Maya?
It's definitely easier to prove that someone did go to the hall than not. I mean, you can't leave anything if you don't go someplace, right?
You can't leave anything if you don't go someplace. Can't leave anything? Wait a minute. I think Maya's onto something here. The lack of a certain something actually proves that Sorin didn't go to the hold.
What's the matter? Are you stumped already?
No, I'm far from stumped, Mr. Edgeworth. I know for a fact that Mr. Sprocket didn't go to the hold.
You and your paper-thin blast. Mr. Sprocket's bloodstain on the lift proves he went to the hold. So what possible proof could you have that he did not, in fact, go through there?
You want proof? You got it. You can do this, Phoenix. It's gotta be proof that Sorin didn't go through the hold. Right. Okay, not that. Ah, okay. He didn't go through the hole because he isn't registered. There is no entry for him. Well, Mr. Wright. This proves that Mr. Sprocket didn't go to the hold.
Take that!
Aye. As anyone can see from the hold entry record, there's absolutely no mention of Sorin Sprocket entering the hold. The defense asserts that Mr. Sprocket used a different route to get to the Vista deck.
You can assert all you want, Mr. Wright. But can you actually prove that a route exists?
Can I prove the existence of another route to the Vista deck, you ask? I mean, maybe the key to the Timekeeper is like a key for that door-like thing in the reception hall? I think I can. I can prove it. Even if it's just a bluff, I have to present something. Anything that could prove the existence of a faster route to the Vista deck.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Show us how Mr. Sprocket got to the Vista deck.
Ah, wait. Mr. Sprocket made for the Vista deck through here. The escape hatch, the one that Maya nearly fell from. Aye.
Take that!
To save his bride from danger, Mr. Sprocket. Open the escape hatch and made his way along the outside wall to the Vista deck. Boof? Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? He down bad. He down bad.
That would certainly be a much faster route to the Vista deck.
Objection!
Okay, that's hot. It is. It's very hot.
I'm disappointed, Mr. Wright. Is that really the best you could master? That escape hatch is not meant to be used to get from the reception hall to the Vista deck. One sleep, and that's all it would take for Mr. Sprocket to plunge to his death.
Hydration, thank you, Mark.
I have to agree. The defense's claim is really stretching it.
Hold it!
I understand how it sounds, Your Honor. But, at this point, it's too early to definitively say that he didn't go that way.
Oh, that's what you're going with then, I take it.
Of course, Your Honor.
This is real life, Mr. Wright. Not some cinematic dribble or comic book. You have some sort of logical explanation to share that would convince us of your claim.
Bitch, I will jump if my husband was in danger. Exactly. I do. It was the power of love.
Are you sure, Nick?
Kind of. Actually, I have nothing. So I will just have to wing it somehow. Pick this pure Phoenix, right? No tengo nada, así que voy a tirar cualquier cosa a ver si funciona.
On what do you base your theory that Mr. Sprocket made his way along the outside?
My theory that he was able to go along the outside wall despite the danger is based on the power of love. I'm going to save, and I'm going to answer that. To save the bride he loved, the groom risked his life and rushed to her side. Mr. Sprocket was able to make it to the Vista deck despite the danger. Because of the power of love.
The power of love? That love is a sort of strength that can help one overcome any obstacle. I think I can relate, thanks to my own long, happy marriage.
Okay, Your Honor, you don't need to be... You don't need to brag about your marriage, alright, Your Honor? Wow, he actually seems to be buying it.
Objection!
The power of love, you say? That kind of illogical argument is hardly viable in a court of law.
Edgeworth, hemos tenido a Tina haciendo psicoterapia en las sesiones. ¿De qué estás hablando? Not very obstacle, but yeah, love is very powerful.
Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Edgeworth. You should never underestimate the power of love. You will understand one day when you get married to Phoenix Wright.
Which I won't.
I will never marry. 50 Psychilogs appear on screen. Nunca me casaré con Phoenix. 50 Psychilogs aparecen en pantalla. Edgeworth, just shut up. You could have done the same for Phoenix, don't lie. Literalmente.
exactly what's so wrong with wishing to remain unwed.
Way to set him off, Your Honor. This is not even close to being the stupidest thing we have seen here, yeah. We brought a fucking parrot to the stand, and an orca.
Never mind all this unscientific nonsense. Are you aware, Mr. Wright, that at the time of the crime, there was a huge propeller turning at full speed between the hatch and the vista deck. Even if a person were to go outside through the hatch.
Oh no. Jesus Christ.
They would be blown away in an instant.
Ugh!
Where does your power of love get you now, Mr. Wright?
Bitch, I would have even broken the damn windows. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the windows are not broken, so we can say that, but... Actually, why didn't he break the windows? That's much faster than, you know, doing that. Porque no rompe la ventana, es más fácil.
A huge spinning propeller, you say? In that case, I have to admit, it does seem impossible.
Oh, I should have known.
Nick, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Right?
Right. I feel like I just saw Mia looking out at me through Maya's eyes. Oh! I mentioned a Mia! He mentioned Mia! We fucking win, chat. We win. Power of love will get me up your ass. Yeah, it's worth it. The power of love will get me up your ass.
Oh, what's wrong, Nick? Why are you gaping at me like a giant sunfish?
Thank you, Maya. You just helped me remember something really important.
There it is. That's the fearless smile I was looking for. Now, give us a mind-blowing theory. Just like you always do.
I have to turn my thinking around. Instead of wondering how Soren could have moved past that huge propeller, I have to think about what would have made it possible for him to do so.
Your Honor, Mr. Wright only makes that ridiculous face when his back is pressed against the wall.
Okay, but why does Bro know that? Okay, ¿cómo sabes eso, Edgeworth? Can you elaborate, Edgeworth? Okay, this man is obsessed with airplanes. He must know a way to get there. How do you know? Edgeworth? Excuse me?
Therefore, please do hurry and give your...
Mr. Edgeworth. Hostia, el meme literal. Miles, share with the class. Mr. Edgeworth. It's still far too early to discount my theory.
What are you talking about? The airship's large spinning propellers have already shredded to pieces.
But if we think a little more outside the box, I'm sure we can find a way he could have made it.
Stop trying to stall, Mr. Wright. And show us how it could have been even remotely possible, if at all.
I must agree with Mr. Edgeworth.
Very well, Your Honor. There must have been a way. Some way that Soren could have moved along the wall in spite of the propeller.
Now then, Mr. Wright. What specifically would have made it possible?
This is how it would have been possible for Mr. Spock to get to the Vista deck. He got to the deck some other way, the airship wasn't flying, the propellers were broken.
Maybe the airship wasn't flying? Because we know that there were like some huge winds that day, which broke the thingy. It broke the sign at the park, and it made things flying around like that. So maybe the airship wasn't flying around.
What allowed Mr. Sprocket to go along the outside wall in spite of the propellers? Is the location of the flying chapel at the time of the crime.
The location of the flying chapel? But wasn't it flying high in the sky?
No, Your Honor. I'm afraid it wasn't.
What? Then where was it?
At the time of the murder, the airship wasn't flying through the sky, but more to the ground.
What?
And if the airship wasn't flying, then that means the propellers weren't turning. Ooh. In which case... he was steaming with that. Estaba haciendo steaming con eso. Mr. Sprocket could have gotten to the Vista deck along the outside wall. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? I don't remember. Oh, he stabbed himself with his pencil. That's gonna leave any mark.
Objection!
Even if the propellers weren't turning, it would have been far too risky to go that way.
Ah, but Mr. Edgeworth, you're forgetting about the power of love.
Shut up!
Cállate, Phoenix!
Yes, the amazing power of love.
Not this again. Very well. For the sake of argument, let's assume this so-called power of love.
He's gone with it. That was flirting, yeah, very aggressively.
Made it possible for Mr. Sprocket to move along the outside wall of the airship. Can you prove that the airship was tied to the ground as you claim, Mr. Wright?
Oh, well, I don't have any evidence that proves where the airship was at the time.
You can prove it, can't you?
Ugh. Maya, can you think of anything we can use to prove it?
Can't say I can. Oh wait, didn't somebody see something outside the window at the time of the crime? I think I remember someone saying as much.
Do I have a piece of evidence that shows what was outside the airship?
Well, what are you waiting for?
This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the crime. Larry, you son of a bitch.
Take that!
This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the murder.
What kind of lousy drawing is that?
It's a drawing made by Larry Butts.
And what can you prove with that poor attempt at artistry?
Miles, he's your friend. Miles, es tu amigo. ¿Qué cojones? Larry made this drawing before he switched the lanterns. So it must have been right around when the murder was being committed. Now, if I could direct the court's attention to here.
Is that a pterodactyl? Does that mean that the airship actually went back in time to the Cretaceous period?
Objection!
We have already proven that time travel is nothing more than a gimmick, did we not?
We did, and I have no intention of bringing up that argument again. Anda re violento, Miles, literal. Está muy cansado de Larry. But this drawing shows us an important piece of information. It shows us that the airship was actually moored on the ground.
And what makes you so sure?
That's easy. All you have to do is consider who made this drawing.
Larry.
That's right, it was Mr. Butts. And we both know what he's like. He must have seen something else and mistaken it for a pterodactyl.
I can't argue with you there.
Hold it!
Hey, wait just 1 second here. What kind of moron do you guys take me for?
Larry, ¿de dónde has salido? Where do you come from?
I saw it with my own eyes. A pterodactyl flew right by the window, I tell you. I have the sharp eye of an artist. Don't you believe me? No. Nick.
Nope.
Some friends you guys are. What about the yachts? You believe me, right, Your Honor?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you need to leave this courtroom. Believe if you would.
Come on, buddy, let's go.
Why doesn't anybody believe me?
No. Nope. Nope.
No.
Don't take it personally, Larry. I know you're just being, well, you.
Ahem. Now then, so you're saying about that what Mr. Butts really saw? There is some relation to what was outside the airship at the time of the murder.
Yes, Your Honor. At least, I think it does. Nope, not Abby. What this pterodactyl really is will prove the airship was anchored at the morning dock. Morning dock, not morning dock. It had better anyway. If it doesn't, my whole argument is a bust. Aye.
If you're not confident about it, then please go ahead and tell us what it really was.
Yes, Your Honor. Think, Phoenix. What could that pterodactyl have actually been?
John.
Take that!
Please take a good look at this sign.
And the sign? It appears to have been broken and then repaired. But what does this sign have to do with the pterodactyl?
Please focus on this part of the sign.
The part that broke off and got reattached? What about it?
How about if we turn it like this?
Oh, that shape! It's a pterodactyl in the drawing.
What Mr. Bats actually saw was this chunk as it was being blown through the air by wind.
What?
O sea, tiene un jetpack el compañero. He has a jetpack. Soren has a jetpack. On the day of the murder, there were some heavy winds in the area of the mooring dock. But it's hard to imagine that this sign would make it up as high as an airship would fly. That means the flying chapel must have been anchored at the mooring dock that night. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? Ugh.
Objection!
That's more than enough of this power of love nonsense, you pop culture junkie.
Jesus Christ, Edgeworth, why are you so violent?
Present all the proof you want, but your argument is based far too much in conjecture. Why don't we return to reality now?
What do you mean too much conjecture? Bro, what's up with your ass this morning? Yeah, he woke up... You know, he got reminded that he hasn't married to Phoenix yet, and he's angry. Le han recordado que aún no está casado con Phoenix y está enfadado.
Even if the airship wasn't flying, that alone doesn't prove the witness went along the wall.
True. Even now, it's no more than a possibility.
Then how did you propose Mr. Sprocket go to the Vista deck, Mr. Edgeworth?
I noticed something as I went over the evidence. Please take a look at this whole entry record.
What about it? I don't see Mr. Sprocket listed on here anywhere.
Don't you remember? In yesterday's session,
Ugh.
we had a very similar kind of argument.
Did we?
Honestly, Mr. Wright, are you going senile already? We talked about Larry Bats using the defendant's keycard to enter the hold.
No, we did talk about that, didn't we?
In other words, even if a person's name isn't on the entry record, it's still possible for that person to have entered by using someone else's card. Mr. Sprocket, you entered the hall with Mr. Nicori, didn't you?
I did. What? Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? Pierce is indispensable. I didn't want to mention him unnecessarily and risk having him wrongly accused. I couldn't do without him.
Mr. Sprocket, I asked that you testify in greater detail about your movements that night.
Yeah, what a save that Edgeworth threw towards Soren right now. The truth. The truth is, I went to the Vista deck with Pierce. That's why my name doesn't appear on the whole entry record. I was badly injured from being stabbed, but I was frantic. By the time we reached the scene, it was all over. Well, this doesn't help me one bit.
Mr. Sprocket, you have concealed information from us time and time again.
Okay, so he is fucking Pierce? Jesus Christ.
Boom. How do you think you are treating this court of law with such irreverence? That being said, I do appreciate the testimony you gave just now. Thanks to you, we now know why your name doesn't appear on the entry record. Now there are no more inconsistencies in the witness's testimony.
Ugh.
That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. He never leaves a loose end dangling. You okay, Nick?
I wouldn't exactly call the situation okay. Somehow I will have to coax the information we need for an opening out of him. If I even can, that is. Cross-examination. Okay, let's get to work then. One moment. Ahí. Perfecto. Okay, the truth is I want to vista deck with Pierce.
Hold it!
You didn't mention this because you didn't want Mr. Nicody to fall under suspicion. Is that because he has something to hide? I just didn't want the police to take up his time with all their questions, that's all. Neither the company nor the household would function smoothly without him. I see. Wow, it sounds like Pierce is absolutely indispensable to the Sprockets. Anyway, getting back to your statement. When did you meet up with Mr. Nicody? We met up on my way to the Vista deck. I think Pierce and some of my relatives were on another floor. But Pierce heard the commotion and came running to my aid. He could hear the pandemonium all the way from another floor?
Mr. Wright, would you like the current statement added to the witness's testimony?
It could be... Okay, let's have it added. It's always nice to have more information. Yes, please, Your Honor.
Very well. Alright, these kids with their goddamn statements.
Pierce heard the commotion and he came running. Did Mr. Nicody come alone? I believe some of his subordinates were with him, but I don't remember exactly how many. He may say there were others, but see how they pulled that second reception off. I can't completely trust anything he has to say either. I see. So you, Mr. Nicody, and a few others headed to the Vista deck. Is that right? Bro, how many people were at the crime scene? That's right.
Hold it!
Speaking of your injury, how are you doing now? The knife wound is deep and continues to throb with pain. Fortunately, my internal organ was spared. But one wrong move would have spelled the end for me there. Even so, I've seen you up and about all over the place since the incident. I'm only following my doctor's orders to perform some daily light exercises.
Mr. Wright, would you like Mr. Sprocket's statement about his condition and to his testimony? Not that it appears especially relevant to me.
Should I have him added to the testimony? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. I would like to have it added to his testimony.
I see. Very well.
Hold it!
Did Mr. Nicody come alone? I see, so you... That's right.
Hold it!
Your injury was really that deep. Gente, luego vuelvo a seguir. Ok, night. Hasta luego. Que vaya bien la raid, mucha suerte. Luckily, it meets my internal organs. Otherwise, I wouldn't be alive right now. According to his doctor, his injury will take about 3 weeks to heal. There's no way someone with that kind of injury could have gone along the outside wall. Ugh. But he might have been able to with the burst of adrenaline brought on by the pain. Heh. Adrenaline. Is that your answer for everything? In a court of law, the only thing that matters is evidence, not rampant speculation. At least admit it's scientific rampant speculation. Poor Phoenix. May I continue? Yes, of course.
Hold it!
So you still insist that you reached the Vista deck after the murder had occurred? Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Ellen must have killed him. There's no other explanation.
I guess whether Pierce was with Sorin or not doesn't change the outcome.
I guess not. In fact, more witnesses actually make it worse for us. So another cover-up, huh?
That Sorin has too many secrets. I bet he's still hiding other things too.
That's definitely a possibility. But in a situation like this, what we have to do is to go back to the basics.
You mean go over the testimony and check out for any lies or inconsistencies?
You got it.
Alright, Nick. Let's go for it.
Okay. If you met with Sorin... Okay, I'm thinking, if you met with Sorin, why didn't he go and treat your wound right there? The knife wound is quite deep. But you weren't stabbed with a knife, you were stabbed with a candelabra. Right?
Objection!
Yep. Mr. Sprocket, you just said that your injury is a knife wound, didn't you? But the weapon you were stabbed with was this candelabra. In fact, I know you're quite aware of. Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Sorin himself. As you surmised, Master Sorin was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. A happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Sorin went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Sorin was stabbed with the candelabra, he said.
Objection!
It must have been a simple memory slip that made him misspeak. It happens to everyone. It has nothing to do with the case.
It has everything to do with the case.
You must be pretty desperate to point out something so minute.
Gah.
I have to agree, Mr. Wright. You hardly need to make such a big deal over such a small mistake.
But I contend that it's an important inconsistency. Besides, I couldn't find anything else. This is the only thing I have to go after.
And I say it's not important. Now, let's not waste any more time on this matter.
I agree. Everybody has a little memory lapse every now and then.
Hold it!
But Your Honor, please let me explain.
But can you? Can you really explain to this court what makes this slip so important?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. After all, it was Sorin himself who told Pierce that he had been stabbed by a candelabra. This is more than a simple memory slip. There has to be some kind of reason for it. Does he have short-term memory loss, and that's why he writes everything in his notebook? He has short-term memory loss from the accident.
Well, Mr. Wright, please explain why the witness's slip of the tongue is so important.
The point to focus on here is why the witness would mistake the weapon used to stab him. Think carefully, Phoenix. This could very well change the course of the trial.
I see. So, why did the witness make that mistake, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Sprocket identified the wrong weapon used against him because he misspoke, he's going for someone, he has no memory of it. He doesn't remember the incident, let alone the weapon used against him. Not only that, but I believe Mr. Sprocket has some sort of memory disorder. Therefore, the defense contends that Mr. Sprocket's testimony thus far is invalid.
Objection!
Just because you can't find a flaw in his testimony, you want to throw it all out? Your baseless claim is nothing but pure slander of the witness's character.
Mr. Edgeworth is correct, Mr. Wright. Can you explain what your grounds for making this claim?
Of course, Your Honor. Think of what Sorin has said, how he has behaved. That's where I will find a clue.
Very well, let's hear your argument then.
My ground for claiming that Mr. Sprocket has a memory disorder is his notebook. The notebook he always has with him. I saw daily events and information about the people around him recorded in it.
Like a diary, perhaps?
No, Your Honor. It's much too detailed to be an ordinary diary. It's more on the order of a database, actually.
A database, you say?
That's right. For some reason, Mr. Sprocket is apparently unable to retain memories. That's why he writes every little detail of his life down on his notebook.
Objection!
How could you possibly know that for sure? He might just be an extremely compulsive person.
I thought so too myself. First. To be honest, we accidentally got a stain on that notebook yesterday.
You mean you got a stain on it?
Hey, you're the one who tried to grab it out of my...
Objection!
Never mind whose fault it was. Just get to the point already.
Right, sorry. Mr. Sprocket. The page Miss Faye got a stain on yesterday. That's the page with the details of your stabbing on it, isn't it?
No, I only read in this notebook because I'm very compulsive. Now, drop the subject already.
Sorry, but I'm not convinced. I noticed an odd fact about your notebook, Mr. Sprocket. On the earlier pages, you used it to write down invention ideas. But at a certain date, you started writing it down a lot more, and in much more detail. I believe your memory disorder stems from what happened on that date.
Something so monumental, it caused a memory disorder, Mr. Wright. You don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, but I do know what I'm talking about. And this is the proof. This is the thing that caused Mr. Sprocket's memory disorder.
Take that!
You were involved in this car accident too, weren't you, Mr. Sprocket? And the shock of losing your beloved older sister is what caused you to develop your memory disorder.
Is this true, Mr. Sprocket?
Chad, the twink is not feeling well.
Well, is it?
Mr. Sprocket! It's true. That accident did something to my mind.
What?
Ever since that day, every time I go to sleep, I lose my memories. And when I wake up, the most recent thing I can remember is the day I lost my sister. It's as if I'm constantly going back in time.
What? That's truly tragic.
An inconsolable time traveler goes back in time whenever he goes to sleep.
Besides, time travelers do exist, you know. But you wouldn't understand. So that's what Sorin meant. He was talking about himself.
The reactions of the people around me each time I awoke made me aware of my condition. That's why I decided to write everything down in my notebook, so I could move forward.
So the only memories you have since that day are the ones written in that notebook?
That's right.
And since the page about your stabbing got stained, you couldn't read from it, could you? There is just one more thing I would like you to clarify for me, Mr. Sprocket. Exactly what are your feelings towards the victim?
Mr. Sprocket's feelings towards Dumas Gloomsbury?
That's right, Your Honor. The witness said that every time he wakes up from sleep, his mind goes back to the day his sister died.
Mr. Wright, you can't mean...
Mr. Sprocket! Your pent-up feelings of anger and resentment towards Mr. Gloomsbury for the accident were renewed each and every time you woke, were they not?
Ugh.
But you couldn't take it anymore, so you turned to murder. Isn't that right?
What? Mr. Wright, are you saying that the witness murdered Mr. Gloomsbury for revenge?
Ah. Well, Mr. Sprocket.
Hold it!
That's going to be Ellen. Miss Wyatt.
Your Honor, I did it. I killed Mr. Gloomsbury.
No!
What?
Oh shit. Miss Wyatt, what are you trying to do?
Don't tell me you're still thinking of going that route. Johnny is innocent. He can't be found guilty. Take me instead.
Ellen, please, try and get a hold of yourself. I guess he really meant it.
My son didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one who should be convicted.
Are we to understand that you're confessing your guilt?
No, no, no! Now wait just a minute here. Hold it! Ellen, why would you cover for me? Did I testify that I thought you must have killed him?
I'll admit, I couldn't believe my ears at first. But all I want is for you to be happy. Your happiness is my happiness, Sorin.
Chad, what if I committed the final act? But without my notebook, I would even forget those feelings of yours by tomorrow. Knowing that, do you still feel this way?
You've loved me all this time. The same way you did before the accident. That's how I know that you're the same person I've always loved. No disorder can change that.
Ellen. Your Honor, there are two things I would like to correct.
2 corrections? What are they?
First of all, I want to withdraw one of my statements. That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. Without memories to rely on, I took the police completely at their word.
You can't be serious. So that means Sorin never really doubted Ellen in the first place, did he, Nick?
Ellen really does love Sorin with all her heart. But in order to save her, I'll still have to go after Sorin. Hope you can forgive me, Ellen.
And what is your other correction, Mr. Sprocket?
The truth is, I never felt anger or resentment towards Dumas and about my sister. What? Why not? That's because the one who caused the car accident was me. What? Phoenix, close your mouth. You're going to get a fly in there.
Order! Order in the court! Please continue, Mr. Sprocket.
I'm the one who killed my sister. To protect my career and my future, my father made Dumas take the blame. In exchange for money and the position of lead servant. So you see, Dumas must have held a grudge against me, not the other way around. And he must have attacked Ellen to get his revenge on me. Are you sure about all of this, about Mr. Sprocket? Very sure. It's all been written down in detail in my notebook.
That notebook is important evidence supplying background to this case. I must insist you submit it as evidence.
But what if someone else wrote that in to convince Sorin that he was the culprit? The lawyer said I had turned to murder, but that's just not true. Sorin had been writing nothing but ideas for his invasions until March 8th. Right. However, it is true that my older sister and Dumas are both dead because of me and my negligence.
I just glanced through Mr. Sprocket's notebook. I wasn't able to read the part about when he was stabbed due to the bloodstain. But what's written here about his sister's car accident is exactly as he stated.
Your Honor, as long as it matches what's written in that notebook, can we still take the witness's testimony as valid, in spite of his memory disorder?
Yes, I believe we can.
I understand now that the witness's memory is in disarray. But if what Mr. Sprocket himself wrote in his notebook is true, then that means by the time Mr. Sprocket's party reached the scene, The victim had already been killed.
Mitch was right. I'm still in the same bind as before. But should I really simply accept the contents of the notebook? As a substitute for Sorin's memory?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Will you accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as an official representation of his memories?
Will I accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook? No. Wait a minute, Your Honor. The defense requests a chance to examine the notebook to see if it's trustworthy.
Very well, but be quick about it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, how should we examine it?
Well, we should look at it from all different angles to see if there's anything suspicious. There's no point if I don't look at what's inside. I have to open it. With your permission, Sorin, here we go. Yikes! Oh, it's just the page Maya got all stained. But I guess it's not going to be very helpful at this moment. I'll keep going. This is the last page where there's writing. Something about this page doesn't sit right with me. Oh no, Phoenix! Another diary, another broken page. Doesn't that bring you memories from your disbarment? I'll better take a closer look. Phoenix, la última vez que tuviste un diario con una página rota te quitaron la medalla. Yo solo digo eso. There are some mathematical formulas written in here. It looks like he was calculating something to do with distance and time? Oh no, physics. But I wanted to know if this had anything to do with the case. This page is blank. Huh? A page has been torn out. And it looks like there was something written on it. It looks like a page has been torn out here. Mr. Sprocket, do you know what was written on it? Oh, that? I often tear out a page when I write somebody a note. I probably wrote something down for somebody to read out and gave it to them. No. If you had truly written a note, you would have needed a perfect rectangle to make it an airplane, but this one is broken haphazardly. Oh yeah. And that solves that then.
Objection!
Wait a minute. We can't ignore the possibility that something important was written on that page.
But now that the page has been torn out, how can we determine what was written there?
Well... let's see. To find out what was written in the notebook, we should hold it up to the light, hit it with a lighter, use fingerprint powder. Ooh. Hold it up to the light. I think? Okay, I know that you can do this with a pencil, but like, we don't have a pencil in this option, so it's either one of these two. Let's use fingerprint powder because Emma gave us a lot of that. If we use fingerprint powder on the notebook, we might be able to see what was written. He's going to get disbarred again, exactly. He didn't learn his lesson from 7 years ago.
Fingerprint powder? How would that help us find out what was written there?
Well, if the writing left indentations on the blank page behind it, fingerprint powder could make those small indentations visible to the naked eye. Oh, stop. Fingerprint powder would only sully the notebook further.
It's alright. If you use the powder and still don't find anything, then you must accept that the notebook as a representation of the witness's memories.
Alright, Your Honor. I understand. If I don't find anything, it's all over anyway. Powder, don't fail me now. Powder? From Arcane Season 1? I will now use fingerprints powder on the blank page, to find out if we can see what was written on the turnout page. Phoenix, you could have used this 7 years ago, you know. First, I will apply some fingerprint powder to these pages with A. When I have dusted on enough powder, I will use blow Y. Phoenix knows how to use blow Y on Edgeworth to blow the excess powder away. If something should appear, I should switch to analyze mode, LB. Went out, what came, confirm, right. There we go. Oh god. Ah. Dumas took Ellen to the Vista deck. Ooh. I struck and killed Dumas. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Eh. Ooh. It looks like he didn't get quite enough fingerprint powder on the page. Alright, let's dot a little bit more. Phoenix, what the fuck? Phoenix! Phoenix, I'm going to cry. Okay, Phoenix, what the fuck? Phoenix! ¡Fénix! Me cago en todo. It says, I struck and killed Dumas. This is huge. Struck and killed Dumas. That's what was written on the turnout page. What? It can't be.
Hold it! I don't believe it! There has to be some kind of mistake. Sonny would never, could never.
Maybe oh shit. Maybe there's another print, I don't know. Miss Wyatt.
Medic, please get the defendant to the infirmary at once.
Boy, they sure used the infirmary a lot in here.
Apparently, the defendant got too worked up. She's resting in the infirmary as we speak. Now then, please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. This notebook is all Mr. Sprocket has to remember things back. With this critical page thrown out, until Mr. Sprocket himself knew the truth of what he had done. I'm the one who killed Dumas? So it wasn't Ellen. Oh, thank goodness. Mr. Sprocket, does this mean you were at the crime scene during the murder after all? I guess I must have been. Shit. But, Mr. Sprocket, can we really believe what's written in this notebook? Nobody touches this notebook but me. When I sleep, it's under lock and key. I remember writing that I killed Dumas, but I guess I must have.
Well, now that we have a confession, I'm afraid I must render my verdict.
Falde!
Yes, Your Honor.
Please, give your ruling now, while Ellen is asleep. Want the one I love to be set free as soon as possible.
Sonny really does love Ellen after all, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this is how it ends. But is that how it really went down? There's really no way for them both to be happy. Okay, I think that the butler wrote in that to frame Sorin, because the butler was down bad was basically Selena's fiance, I think. I am confident that these two were a pair, based on the fact that he has her clock, her pocket watch. So I'm guessing that this is him taking revenge on him.
I know we should consider anything written in the notebook to be the truth, but still...
I myself wrote the crime in my notebook. No further proof is necessary. Sorin himself wrote it in his notebook? Wait a minute.
Very well. I will now give my verdict.
Ellen is about to be found not guilty, and Soren will be convicted for the crime instead. And yet, am I really ready for the judge to give his ruling? No, of course not. No. Not when there's still one more avenue left to explore.
This court finds the defendant, Ellen Wyatt.
Your Honor, there's still something that bothers me about that notebook.
Oh, is there?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? All you have to do is keep quiet, and your client's a free woman.
I know, but I think there might be more to this case than meets the eye. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think there still might be a way. A way for Ellen and Soren to be happy.
What do you mean by more than meets the eye, Mr. Wright?
I believe the question here, Your Honor, should be, why was the incriminating page thrown out in the first place?
Why, to destroy the evidence, I would imagine.
But removing it from the notebook is the same as removing it from Mr. Sprocket's memory. Which means he wouldn't have been able to trick the police if he came under suspicion. No, if he wanted to cover up his crime, he would have to remember that he had done it.
Just what are you getting at with this line of inquiry, Mr. Wright?
Yes, please explain so that we can all understand.
Yes, Your Honor. The page was thrown out of the notebook because somebody else tore it out. The incriminating page was thrown out by somebody else.
What?
We got you. Bring the butler to the stand.
Order! Order! Are you claiming that the third person interfered with the notebook?
It's not all that surprising if you consider what's happened up until now. After both the car accident and the murder of Dumas Gloomsbury. There was always a cover-up not far behind.
Hold it. But I have my notebook with me at all times.
Did you? Because I remember you were in a panic yesterday because you couldn't find it.
That's true. So, who orchestrated this particular cover-up, Mr. Wright?
If we think back over the course of the trial, it's pretty easy to guess. The one who may have tried to tamper with Sonic's memories is Pierce Nicody.
Take that!
The one who tampered with the notebook in order to manipulate Mr. Sprocket's memory is Pierce Nicody.
Pierce? Pierce tried to tamper with my memories? Pierce was manipulating me?
Case in point, the two receptions that were held to cover up the murder. It was Mr. Nicody who directed the guest and orchestrated the entire scheme.
No, it can't be. Which of my memories are mine and which have been rewritten? When did he start rewriting my memories? Who wrote this? And this? And this? And this and this and this and this? Ah!
Lift off, I guess? He literally took off. Ah!
What?
He fucking dead. One second. Die.
Look, Nick, he's coming back down.
My memories. Ellen.
Oh, he fucking dead as well. Mr. Sprocket!
Bailiff, please get Mr. Sprocket to the infirmary. On the double.
Everyone goes to the infirmary today. Jesus Christ.
Mr. Sprocket has been taken to the infirmary. We don't have to worry about him running away, so let us resume where we left off.
Your Honor, The defense would like to call Pierce Nicody to the stand.
Objection!
Does he have his memory back now? Not yet. At least, I mean, maybe? Maybe. Maybe he wakes up and he's like, oh shit, I remember everything now.
We already know he carried out the cover-up to protect the company and Mr. Sprocket. What more do you want from him?
This time it's different. The notebook, or rather, Mr. Sprocket's memories, have been tampered with. That means the only person who knows the whole truth is now Mr. Nicody.
Don't tell me. Are you actually trying to drum up a third suspect? In order to exonerate the defendant and her groom?
I'm not drumming up anything, nor do I have grounds to accuse him of anything. Yet. All I know is that Mr. Nicody is the only one who knows the truth. And I think he's still hiding something. Something we don't know about yet.
No grounds yet, is it?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution consent to calling the witness to the stand? Do you consent, Edgeworth?
It does, Your Honor. However, I would like a little time to talk with the witness before we do.
Very well. We will break for a 20-minute recess.
I consent. I don't. Haven't you forgotten to ask someone? There we go. On to the final part of this case. Secrets unveiled. September 23rd, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Now we will have to face Pierce on the stand. I'm not sure if I should be surprised or not. One thing's for sure, he won't be an easy adversary.
So, do you think Pierce did it?
It's too early to say anything at this point, but I do think he's still hiding something.
Nick! Why didn't you pin everything on starting loser back there?
Looks like Larry still hasn't given up on Ellen.
If this Pierce guy is the real bad guy, then Saren and my Ellie will live happily ever after together.
Larry, that's not the kind of thing a decent human being says. Larry's character death continues to be fucking horrible.
Shame on you, Larry. Oh, boo-hoo. You think I don't know? I know I have to give up on my Ellie.
Pavo, le sacas 13 años. Yeah, you are 13 years older than her. Shut up.
But Nick, promise you will make her happy. She deserves a happily ever after.
I'm sure Sony will make her happy once all of this is said and done. Rip Larry, sometimes I can still hear her voice. The good Larry, the Larry from the first game. The choice what to assume is right. Alright, you ready, Maya?
Yep, let's go. I'll be waiting for you, Nick.
Espero no seas el siguiente ni al juzgado. Uf, a este ritmo. Le acusan de acoso sexual a este ritmo. Al pobre, y no quiero eso. September 23rd, District Court, Courtroom number 6. Evasión fiscal.
This court is now back in session. Witness, please take the stand.
We are going to kill you. And then kill you again.
Please state your name and occupation.
My name is Pierce Nicody. I am the Sprocket family butler. Let's get straight to the point, Mr. Nicody. Someone tore out a page from Mr. Sprocket's notebook to manipulate his memories. No creo que sea tan mala persona como para hacer cosas horribles. Ya, es más simplemente un perdedor. Que lo han llevado al extremo. And that person was you, wasn't it? Pero si es de tonto como para rellenar mal un formulario y hacer fraude involuntario, literal. That is correct. What about it? Well, that was easy. So why did you do it? Why did you tamper with Mrs. Sprocket's notebook? Please, allow me to explain. It pains me to do this, but I will tell you the truth. It pains you? That is correct. For my testimony will go against Master Soren's wishes. Soren's wishes? What is he talking about? Real Larry, I'm so unlucky with women in life in general, I will always be there for my friends. Exactly. Why I tore out the page. A rush to the Vista deck, but the crime had already been committed. I saw Miss Ellen and Bloomsbury collapsed, and Master Sorin writing in his notebook. Master Sorin said to me, I'll take the blame for the murder. So please, take care of Ellen. Fake evil Larry. I promise I thought she was an adult. Yes. Also, I like that his bow tie is the hands of a clock. Su entre comillas corbata son las agujas de un reloj, si os fijáis. But I went against his order. I tore the page out of his notebook and hid the body. Wait a second. What Mr. Pocket was writing in his notebook at the time? Could it be... It was meant to be a confession. An admission he had killed Gloomsbury himself. He wrote that message to take the blame for Miss Wyatt? That is correct. Master Sorin did hit Gloomsbury with the timekeeper to save Miss Ellen. Then Mr. Pocket was the culprit after all. However, that blow did not kill Gloomsbury.
That makes sense. Mr. Sprocket's injury won't allow him to put much effort into it. Much force into it.
In rage, Gloomsbury tried to attack Master Sorin, who was already seriously wounded. But just in the nick of time, Miss Ellen hit Gloomsbury from behind. And finished him off, it would seem.
So, the one who inflicted the fatal blow was the defendant.
Yes, that is correct. One was found on the back of the head and one on the side. But Master Sorin tried to take all of the blame onto himself.
No way! This is pretty bad, Nick.
No kidding. Pretty bad is an understatement.
Well, Mr. Wright. It seems your decision to call for Mr. Nicody has backfired. For the true culprit behind this case remains the defendant, Ellen Wyatt.
No. Could this get any worse? But Pierce was involved in the cover-up plot. And I bet he still has something to hide. Alright.
Hold it!
So when you and your group arrived at the Vista deck, the murder had already been committed? That is correct. Bloomsbury had already been struck. Miss Ellen had lost consciousness, probably from the shock of the incident. And how did Mr. Sprocket appear? He was bleeding from the stab wound he had received from Gloomsbury. Barely conscious, he was writing something in his notebook. So the mysterious third person Ellen saw really was Sorin then. Hey Shadow, it's me, the devil. Hey Sean. Vale, te hago resumen. Coño, Damián, tú también. Hola, ¿cómo andamos? Vale, te resumo, Sean. Resulta que el compañero, el novio, ¿vale? El novio tiene problemas de memoria a corto plazo. Tipo, pasa un día y se olvida de lo que pasó el día anterior. Y por eso toma notas excesivas en su diario. ¿Qué pasa? En el diario apuntó que él mató a Dumas, pero Pierce arrancó esa nota del diario. Y le estamos interrogando. O no sé yo. I forgot. That's literally it. He forgot.
Hold it!
Y yo creo que fue el mayordomo. I think the butler did it. So Mr. Sprocket wrote a note of confession in order to take the blame for Miss Wyatt? Yes. That notebook is the only form of memory Master Sorin has. ¿Pero le han hecho un examen a la letra o algo? No, porque técnicamente no lo hemos descubierto. A ver, la hoja del mensaje la arrancó este hombre, ¿vale? Entonces, esa hoja ya no existe. Hemos descubierto que había un mensaje porque hemos puesto polvo de huellas dactilares encima de la hoja, la que estaba detrás de la arrancada, y hemos podido averiguar el mensaje que había escrito, básicamente. That notebook is the only form of memory Master Sorin has. So you understand what his action meant, I trust.
What did it mean, Nick?
Sorin, everything in that notebook is true. So Sorin tried to take the blame by altering his own memory to make himself think he did it.
No.
Master Sorin truly loves Miss Ellen. No sé por qué aún los... Ya. It must have been love that made him do that.
Hold it!
Mr. Nicody, could you please tell the score about that in more detail? That, you say? Which part do you mean, Mr. Wright? Could you be more specific? Oh, alright. What part do I want to know more about? Hiding the body, tearing out the page. Why did you go against Mr. Sprocket's order and tear out the page? That is a silly question. I told you before. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply part of my job. Oh, right. You did say that before, didn't you? I tore the page out of the notebook in order to protect Master Sorin.
Mr. Wright, would you like that statement added to the witness's testimony?
No, I guess not, Your Honor. I'd better be a bit more cautious here.
Oh, alright, very well.
This testimony of Pierce's. I wonder how much of it we can actually believe. ¿Qué tal vosotros, gente? Damián, como ha ido el día. Como ha ido el estudio.
Yeah, who knows what parts are true and what parts are more spam tales?
Exactly. But we can't just stand around mulling it all over. ¿Cómo ha crecido Maya? Sí, sí. Es que ahora tiene 27. Está mayor ya. We have to try and draw information out of him, and see if there are any contradictions.
Hold it!
Okay. Hiding the body. Damiancito, me cago en todo, no.
No, esas cosas no se dicen.
Please tell me more about the hiding of the body. Very well. Es que es un chiste muy feo, pero feísimo. After saying he would take the blame, Master Sorin passed out, and that's when I hid the body. I quickly took the lift down to the hold, where I hid Gloom's very still warm body in the spare impeccable lantern. But it was you who hid the body, not the defendant. To think Mr. Butts would move the lantern containing the body to the reception hall. Well, I did not see that coming. I don't blame you. Not even Larry can predict what Larry will do next. Maybe I should take another look at the lantern in evidence. Yes. Yes, please.
Very well. Please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Nicody.
In the hold, I hid the still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. No, he must have been still alive.
Hold it!
Otherwise, he wouldn't have left that stain. Why did you hide the body in the lantern? As I told you yesterday, it was to make it as though the murder had never happened. But thanks to Mr. Butts, things did not turn out as planned. So, holding the second wedding reception wasn't Mr. Sprocket's idea, but yours, wasn't it? It was all for Master Sorin's sake, and Sprocket Aviation. If I am accused of a crime for trying to cover up the incident, I should accept it willingly. He really doesn't seem to even care about himself.
Objection!
Yep. Could it be? Is that what happened? If what I'm thinking is true, then maybe I can prove neither Ellen nor Sorin did the deed. Mr. Nicody, you said the body was still warm when you hid it, correct? So then, what if Mr. Gloomsbury was still alive when you went to put his body inside the lantern? What?
What?
That's preposterous.
Actually, this shows what that the victim might have this shows that the victim might have still been alive while inside the lantern.
I really will have to point out which part you're talking about, Mr. Wright.
Ding. As you can see, the back end of the lantern is a door. And there's blood here on the wheel handle.
Objection!
That bloodstream must have gotten there when the witness put the body inside the lantern. It, in no way, shows that the victim drew his last breath while he was within the lantern.
I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. For you see, in putting this lantern back together, the police inadvertently placed the inside handle on the outside, and vice versa. In other words, the wheel handles got swapped.
Oh my, so they got swapped?
Yes, they got swapped.
What? But that's ridiculous. Tell me, did they get swapped or not? I don't know. You haven't said it like 50 times already.
Not at all. If you compare the other male peekaboo lantern in the reception hall, it's quite obvious the wheel handles were attached backwards.
The detective in charge of the restoration will see me in my office later.
Sorry, Emma, and good luck.
In that case, what does the blood stain on the wheel handle mean?
The bloodstain didn't get there by chance. When the victim was put inside the lantern, he was only unconscious, not dead. Rip Emma, indeed. When he regained consciousness, he probably tried to get out of the lantern. So, he grasped the inner wheel handle, and that's when the blood got on it. This proves that the victim was still alive when he was inside the lantern.
At the time, I was completely convinced Groomsbury was dead. When I checked more carefully, he might have survived.
Unfortunate, to be sure, but not significant enough to change this trial's outcome.
Again, I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. It actually has a very significant impact on this case.
The victim was struck by the defendant, then died from his injuries sometime later. There's nothing more to it.
Objection!
That's what you're wrong. Let's take another look at Mr. Bloomsbury's autopsy report, shall we? Please focus on the description of his injuries. It says, one contusion was found on the back of the head and one on the side.
Yes, the one Mr. Packet gave him, and the one Miss White delivered to finish him off.
No. The defense would like to submit a different interpretation.
A different interpretation?
The victim was knocked unconscious by the first blow, and was then put into the lantern.
Then, what about the lethal blow the defendant that the witnesses talked about?
Yes, well, that didn't happen. After some time, when the victim regained consciousness and tried to get out of the lantern, that's when he received the second blow that finished him off.
Taking into account the fact that the victim was alive for a period after the first hit, and that he did receive a second blow to the head, it does seem entirely possible.
Yes, so long as the first blow didn't kill the victim instantly. Then, there's a possibility that someone other than Mr. Sprocket or Miss Wyatt delivered the fatal blow.
Objection!
That's all you've got? Even if there was a time lag between the two blows, the prosecution's position doesn't change.
What? What do you mean?
It's elementary, Mr. Wright. After the reception, when the defendant was cleaning up the reception hall, the victim, who was supposed to be dead, suddenly came out of the lantern. The defendant grabbed the murder weapon, which was right there, and finished him off.
That theory sounds awfully familiar.
Of course it does, Your Honor. Because it's exactly what I proposed at the very start. The second blow was inflicted by the defendant after all.
I see. It seems a tangle of mysteries has unraveled into a single thread.
Objection!
No. But as long as there's a possibility that the fatal blow was delivered by a third person, then we must continue the deliberations. But didn't we already establish that he couldn't have been hit that way because he would have fallen backwards, like he wouldn't have fallen in this position?
Give it up, Mr. Wright. Unless you have something to prove the presence of your precious third person.
Ugh.
Okay, Nick, just relax. You can do this. Come on now. Take some deep breaths.
Good idea. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
There! Don't you feel better already?
Maya's right. Should calm down, get my focus back, and go over everything again. And then, hopefully, we'll be able to find something to prove there was a third person. Let's see. First, why did Gloomsbury attack Ellen?
Because he was tired of taking the blame for the accident?
But something about that line of reasoning just doesn't feel quite right out to me.
No? How come?
Well, if it's just a personal vendetta, he had already stabbed Sorin. So why then was he so determined to go after Ellen?
You're right. This whole thing feels too premeditated for a crime of passion.
But Gloomsbury didn't seem to have a personal grudge against Ellen. If Gloomsbury didn't have a personal reason to attack Ellen, then...
You've taken long enough, Mr. Wright. Now it's time for some action. What proof do you have the third person was involved?
Alright, I will show you. Not completely sure of what I'm doing yet, but it looks like I'm out of time. This piece of evidence proves the involvement of a third person. The note.
Take that!
I get it now. Now I see why this note bothered me so much when I first saw it. It looks like a note outlining the murder plot. That note was apparently written by the victim. But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? No. Please take a look at this note.
This is the victim's murder plan, right?
It's definitely a murder plan, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury didn't write this note himself?
Oh, what?
This is how you intend to conjure up your mysterious third party, Mr. Wright? Can you even prove that note wasn't written by the victim?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Very well then. Please present your evidence, Mr. Wright.
This evidence proves the victim didn't write the note.
Take that!
This is the weapon Mr. Gloomsbury used to stab Mr. Sprocket.
I was wondering what you would pull out this time. Dare I ask what that could possibly have to do with the note?
Mr. Gloomsbury's prints were found on this candelabra, and the prints were from his left hand.
So, that makes the victim left-handed, correct?
Exactly, Your Honor. The police looked into it too and confirmed as much. Now, take a look at the smudged writing in this note. Notice how the smudging only starts from the middle of each preceding line. Had this been written by a lefty, the writing would be smudged from the far left end. This means that whoever wrote this note was definitely right-handed. In other words, somebody other than the victim wrote this note.
What? But if somebody other than Mr. Gloomsbury wrote it, then what does this note mean?
Mr. Gloomsbury followed this note to the latter when he attacked Miss Wyatt. Nanny? Yep. So clearly, this note isn't a murder plan written by Mr. Gloomsbury, but rather... These are instructions to kill Miss Wyatt, issued by someone else.
Objection!
If it wasn't the victim who wrote these so-called instructions, then who wrote it? Was the people involved are right-handed, you know?
He is correct. The majority of the family and their employees were on the airship. Or indeed right-handed. I must say, that is a very rough and slipshod conjecture you have proposed. Ugh. I admit I haven't figured out who wrote it just yet.
Little Mr. Edge got to go for the jugular.
This culprit who ordered Miss Gloomsbury to attack Ellen. What could their motive have been?
It doesn't seem very likely Ellen did anything to incur anybody's wrath, right?
Right. Not too likely anyway. In that case, it has to be about Sorin.
If somebody were to hold a grudge against Sorin, what would it be about?
That accident, I would guess. I could understand if Bloomsbury felt resentful about having to take the blame.
But the one who lost the most to that accident was Sorin's sister. She lost her life after all. Sorin suffered too, of course. He was crushed by losing somebody so precious to him.
Somebody precious, huh? Thorin's sister. Wait! There's one more person. There's someone else who must hold a grudge against Thorin.
Did you figure something out?
I think so. I think this somebody else used Gloomsbury to try and get revenge against Thorin.
Did you say somebody could try to get revenge against Mr. Sprocket, Mr. Wright?
The person who manipulated and used Mr. Gloomsbury was Thorin's father, the family elder, Selena's fiancé. The person who used Mr. Gloomsbury to try and get revenge on Mr. Sprocket. And then finished Mr. Gloomsbury off to silence him. Was a man dear to Mr. Sprocket's older sister. Selena Sprocket's fiancé. Not that I'm not positive, but it's certainly possible. This fiancé could have made Gloomsbury attack Ellen to get his revenge on Thorin. Oh, what?
Her fiancé?
We're going to put this butler behind jail bars.
Order! Order in the court, I say. Yes, it does seem quite believable that Miss Selena, Sprocket's fiancé, would bear a grudge against Mr. Sprocket for his role in the accident.
Exactly, Your Honor. Maybe her fiancé was trying to murder Miss Wyatt, in order to make Mr. Sprocket experience the same pain he felt.
Objection!
Miss Sprocket's fiancé was a surgeon, if memory serves. But the only people who attended the reception were family and staff members.
That may be. But then, that just means that Miss Sprocket's fiancé must have been among those who attended.
What? Really?
Of course. Otherwise, how could he have killed Gloomsbury?
Oh, I see what you're doing. This is just another giant bluff, isn't it? Alright, I'll bite. Who exactly do you claim this fiancé to be?
Yes, I would like to know as well.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay, Nick?
Maybe? I don't know. When it comes to suspicious people, there's only one person on my list. I need to find something that connects him to Selena. This will help us identify Mr. Sprocket's fiancé.
Take that!
Please, take a look at this photo, Your Honor. That photo. Notice Mrs. Sprocket's pocket watch. Haven't we seen it somewhere before?
Yes. Now that you mention it, I do feel as if I have seen it somewhere before.
I believe we have all seen it. Right here in this very courtroom. Ah! Impossible! That's right. The pocket watch in this photo. There it is. It's the same pocket watch Mr. Nicody has on him right now. Atrapado! We got you!
What?
This is clear proof of a strong connection between Pierce Nicody and Selena Sprocket. Now!
Well, Mr. Nicody, is this true?
Mr. Nicody, you were once engaged to Selena Sprocket. That pocket watch. You keep it as a memento of her, don't you? Mr. Nicody, you plan to rob Mr. Sprocket of his loved one. Make him feel the same pain as you. Isn't that right? But Mr. Sprocket managed to fight back and knocked Mr. Gloomsbury unconscious. You thought Mr. Gloomsbury was dead and hid his body in the lantern. But then you noticed Mr. Gloomsbury regained consciousness. Durísimo. That's raw. And so you finished him off to prevent your plan from being exposed. This is the defense's take on what really happened in this murder case.
Mr. Wright, does this mean... We wish to officially accuse this witness of the murder of Thomas Bloomsbury.
Does the defense accuse Mr. Nicky of the murder? Nah. We're just messing with you, Judge. This was just a joke. Just a little joke. Pequeña bromita. Of course we're going to accuse that. Of course we're going to accuse. Oh, wait, no! Esto, ¿ble? Hold up. Upsis, Nico es un pan... Bromita. Es un pan de Dios. Ellen did it. Wait. God damn it. I'm very dumb. I'm stupid. Alright, thank God for autosave. The defense indicts Pierce Nicody on the charge of murdering Thomas Bloomsbury.
Oh my! Mr. Nicody, would you care to respond?
Man, this lawyer just jabs on and on and on. Man! As you guessed, this watch is a memento of Selena. It stopped working at the time of the accident, though. Then, you really are... Jabbed? Man. Yes, I was Selena's fiancé, and not just her fiancé, but the surgeon beside her deathbed.
Objection!
Mr. Nicody, didn't you tell me any of this before?
Shut it, you useless prosecutor. Hostia! Whoa! Whoa. I thought you could be of use, but apparently this case was too much for you.
What did you say?
If your office hadn't stuck its nose all up in this, I could have swept it under the rug. Well, time to kill him. Not only did you interfere with the case, but you even let me fall under suspicion.
That's because you kept trying to cover things up on the sly.
Ugh. But covering things up wasn't your only involvement. The only person who had a motive to use the victim to try and kill Miss Wyatt was you! Oh shit. We killed him. Damn. Malignant tumors. There are malignant tumors in this courtroom. Lesions oozing with false charges. Bro, es literal. This tumor. Okay, this is literally Enoch Drever. COVID. This. No, hoy he estado tontito. Surgeon mode. The tumors are one idiotic lawyer and one useless prosecutor. After the truth is revealed, I'll have the both of you inside from the legal world.
I would like to see you try.
But the whole Sprocket family would be a sin. I will now begin the operation.
What in the world happened to Mr. Nicody?
Looks like he's finally showing his true colors. Es un cirujano, claro que lo es. Es el novio de la hermana de Sorin. Es el cirujano que salvó a Sorin, pero no a su hermana. He said, I'm a surgeon. Le hizo surgiría una grapa, Dios mío, no, ese meme no.
Nick, look at what he did to that soldier, Nick.
Quit your yapping before I shatter your chatty lips shut.
It's like he's a completely different person.
Sure looks like it, huh? We can't let our guards down now. Mr. Nicody, it's finally time for you to testify. To the truth.
It seems we're entering the final act at last. Witness, your testimony, please.
Witness testimony. What? Right to remain silent? You motherfucker! I will kill you myself and then kill you again. Hijo de puta. Mr. Nicody, why didn't you say anything? Ah! He just took a picture of me. Or something.
Colacina! Someone Colacina!
Okay, Phoenix, your skull is fucked. Phoenix, tu calavera está jodidísima. La 13-14.
You want me to voluntarily testify, hoping I will make a slip of the tongue. Not a very impressive plan, or brain, I might add.
Boy, you cannot see a brain with an X-ray. That's not how that works. I am studying this. You cannot see an X-ray, a brain with an X-ray. So that's why Phoenix is like this. This is wrong. Also, an X-ray is not a photo. Oh, that was uncalled for. He just fucking radiated me. ¿Acaba de llenar todo con radiación? Sí.
If you want to know something, you ask the question. I will answer, but I have no intention of making any voluntary statements of my own.
Tiene calcio en el pelo que no lo sé. Esa radiografía está muy mal hecha. Ugh.
What's he going to do, Nick?
He's using the silent treatment as his strategy to avoid getting tripped up. Clever guy.
No more lies, Mr. Nicody. You will tell us nothing but the truth from now on. Ah! What do you think you're doing?
Okay, that's not...
No one asked you to speak. Just keep quiet over there and play with your frills.
I don't think this is a proper X-ray machine. Es un lateral que tiene toda regla Zark. No porque se le veían los ojos y el cerebro. Y eso es material blando que los rayos X no afectan debido a que se dispersan menos debido a su menor nivel de Z atómico, de número atómico. Metal frills. How dare you?
Well, this is a rather unconventional situation, but please proceed, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
Hold it!
If he won't speak voluntarily, then I guess I will have to ask him something. What question should I ask? Reason for killing Bloomsbury? Grudge against Thorin? You've been nursing a grudge against Mr. Sprocket over the loss of your fiancé. Isn't that right?
I'd be lying if I said I felt no resentment whatsoever. But Master Sorin didn't cause that accident on purpose. Master Sorin himself has suffered greatly.
But you quit being a surgeon and found a way to get even closer to Mr. Sprocket. ¿Te le veían los ojos o las cuencas oculares? Los ojos. Te veía la curvatura de la retina. Wasn't that so that you could carry out your revenge on him?
Don't insult me. Supporting Master Sorin and Sprocket Aviation with my life's work is my penance for not being able to save Selena. This is how I honor her.
I feel your devotion as both a fiancé and a surgeon. Your statement breaks my heart.
I've never thought of exacting revenge on Master Sorin.
Never thought of it, huh? I guess I should probably take that with a pound of salt.
Mr. Wright, would you like the statement?
Sure, why not? Yes, please, Your Honor.
Hold it!
Actions on the day of the crime. On the day of the incident, you were constantly surrounded by your subordinates. Is that right?
Absolutely. I was in someone's line of sight at all times. After all, I was busy taking care of every detail of the event. Mr. Edgeworth, I believe your investigation backs up my claim. I got statements that said groups of his subordinates worked with him in rotation. Though he was always with someone.
As the prosecutor just said, I couldn't even get close to the lantern containing Gloomsbury by myself, let alone kill him.
You just didn't have a chance to get close to the victim alone, huh? And the final one. Isn't it true that when Mr. Bloomsbury regained consciousness inside the lantern, you murdered him in order to silence him?
He was an excellent employee and very loyal to me. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man. I'd suffer the most from losing him. You really think I'd kill a guy like that?
That would make sense only if you were innocent. But since your goal was revenge, you really have to care about something like that.
But I am innocent, I tell you. Don't try to force your conjectures onto me.
Ugh. I guess without decisive evidence, I can't pursue this line of questioning any further. Every little bit I can drag out of him helps, right? Right. I was always in the company of others. I didn't have an opportunity to murder Bloomsbury. You are alone here! You are alone here!
Objection!
Boom. Mr. Nicody testifies that he was always with someone at the time of the incident, and never had a moment alone to commit the crime.
Yes, and the police investigation backs that statement up, doesn't it?
But there was an opportunity, in fact. One and one only, and only one. A moment when Mr. Nicody would have killed Mr. Bloomsbury without anyone noticing.
What?
And the one thing that made that moment possible is shown here in the photograph.
Hold it. With all those people watching, I couldn't have possibly committed murder. Do not believe him, Your Honor. This lawyer is a malignant tumor. He wants to infect this judicial body with virulent accusations.
Mr. Nicody, I would ask that you keep quiet this time. We need to evaluate the defense's claim, and your yammering only serves to throw further suspicion your way.
Ugh.
Mr. Wright, let's see this one thing you mentioned. But be warned. This had better not be one of your off-handed claims.
Who do you think you're talking to, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please point out for us the one thing that made the moment of the murder possible.
That one moment when it was possible for Mr. Nicody to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. The one thing that made that single moment possible is this.
Take that!
The one thing that made the moment of the murder possible is this thick mood fog that engulfed the entire reception hall. It is under the cover of this fog that Mr. Nicody murdered the victim. Ooh, that's raw.
What?
Mr. Nicody was standing right next to the lantern that Mr. Bloomsbury was in. This was the only moment the murder could have been committed without being seen.
Objection!
I can accept that there was a moment when the witness was obscured from outside thought. But that doesn't prove Mr. Nicody killed the victim at that very moment. If you can't prove the crime was committed during the reception, the trial ends here.
Ugh. I was so caught up in finding a foothold that I forgot to think that far ahead.
Well done, Mr. Edgeworth. It's time to call this trial's time of death.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove the murder happened during the reception?
Don't even bother. His claim is dead on arrival. Victory is within your grasp, prosecutor.
Quiet, witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that we can only arrive at through further deliberation.
Edgeworth.
Enough of this. Your Honor, this trial is over. No, Mr. Nicody, that is for me to decide. Mr. Wright, can you prove it? Can you prove that the murder was committed during the wedding reception?
Can I though?
Why is there no verdict yet?
Oh god, no, that's it yet. Why is there no verdict yet? The lawyers obviously not for answers. The prosecutor, the judge, they're all infected. Their malignant stupidity is so advanced, not even the best surgeons can save them. In fact, not even a brain transplant could cure them. This court is infected with idiocy. It's a pandemic.
Objection!
Sumó 40 años en un momento, literal. Mr. Nicoli, that's enough already. Finally ready to give up, are you? No, just the opposite actually. I will prove the murder was committed during the reception. By you! You'll prove it?
Can you really, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. To be honest, I don't know exactly how I'll do it just yet. But if I want to get to the truth Edgeworth was talking about, I'll just have to find that way.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's have your proof.
Enough of this foolishness. It's just nothing. Nothing proof speaking, Your Honor.
I will do nothing of the sort.
You're just interested court judge. With the power of the Sprocket family, I will.
Enough of your foolishness, Mr. Nicody. This judicial body will not succumb to the influence of money or power.
Based judge. Ugh.
Now then, let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your truth.
Think, Phoenix. Remember everything you have learned so far. You can do this. You can find the definitive evidence that will lead us to the truth. Lawyer powers, activate. Think, Phoenix. How can I prove the murder took place during the wedding reception? If Pierce committed the murder in the reception, then he had to have used the murder weapon. Yeah, he used the murder weapon to commit the murder. Who knew? Yes, the weapon that was used to strike the victim twice. According to the autopsy report, the victim was hit by the same object both times. So without a doubt, Pierce used it to commit the murder. The weapon used to kill Gloomsbury was the timekeeper, the key of law, the candelabra. Did they ask us the same question twice? If Pierce struck the victim during that one single moment, then he must have used the timekeeper. Come to think of it, wasn't it also used for something else during the reception? During the reception, the timekeeper was also used for the first startup of law. The timekeeper had been activated. That's right. The timekeeper had been activated during the reception. If we activate the timekeeper again now and find any trace evidence of the murder, that would be conclusive proof that Bloomsbury was killed during the reception. Okay, how does that work? Phoenix, what the fuck? A special ceremony took place during the reception in question.
What kind of a special ceremony?
It was called the first startup of law. Apparently, the couple activated the timekeeper for the first time during it.
Does that mean the timekeeper hearing evidence isn't activated at the moment? And what would happen if we were to activate it?
Why don't we see for ourselves? It will give us a chance to examine it. And while we're at it, we just might find some conclusive evidence.
What?
No, you can't activate it.
Mr. Nicody, shut the fuck up, or I will have you thrown out of court.
Ugh.
By the way, Mr. Wright, this is supposed to be a time machine, right? We aren't going to travel back in time to the Stone Age or anything, are we?
I don't think we have to worry too much about that, Your Honor.
I'm still a little nervous, nonetheless, but the truth must be known. Very well, go ahead and start up the timekeeper.
You know how, Nick?
I think so, maybe?
The bride and the groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was.
Let's see. I think the symbol of the groom's love must be the timekeeper itself. What symbol of the bride's love would fit together with the timekeeper? Oh, I know. That has to be it.
Mr. Wright, are you ready to activate the time machine now?
Yes, Your Honor. The symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper is the key of love.
Take that!
Ah. Huh? No? Okay, it has to be either the key of love or the pendant that. Okay, the Ellen's pendant. I mean, both work in this context. Ah, whatever. I mean, you can't judge me.
Take that!
Miss Wet's pendant. It's the symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper.
What? Then, does that mean you can start it up with Mrs. Wyatt's pendant?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Very well. Please try it now, Mr. Wright.
Okay, here I go. But first, I have to figure out where the pendant goes. Layton as puzzle. It's a propeller. It's designed to look like the hands of a clock. I don't think it has anything to do with activating the timekeeper though. Aye. This hole looks like a good spot. I'll try setting the pendant in here. It fits. This must be the right spot. Now I have to find a place to insert the key. Oh, you fucker. The key. Right, the key. Where does the key go? The outer casing is made of metal. I sure wouldn't want to get hit with something like this. Okay, am I dumb? ¿Soy tonto? This hole in the middle of the pendant. Could this be it? Okay, I'm dumb. It worked! The timekeeper's been activated. Holy shit! Now all I have to do is find proof that the crime was committed on the reception. Yeah, it's not that hard actually. I think I found it. Conclusive evidence that the murder was committed during the wedding reception. Yeah, and a little bit of a tetric image. Just as I suspected. There is evidence of the murder inside the timekeeper, Mr. Nicody. The timekeeper was only activated and opened during the wedding reception, right?
No! Stop!
So, that means... this is conclusive proof that the crime was committed during the reception.
Oh!
So you killed the victim under the cover of fog. You closed the timekeeper to hide the bloodstain, didn't you?
No! You're wrong! I didn't kill Gooseberry! It wasn't me, I tell you!
Objection!
Give it up, Mr. Nicody. How could the defendant, who was in the middle of pledging her love, have possibly committed the murder with everyone watching her?
It was the family! Yes! All the family members conspired together to kill him!
Objection!
There's no way you can talk your way out of this, Mr. Nicody. During the reception, during that one dreamlike moment, only one person could have used the timekeeper to beat the victim to death. And that one person was you, Pierce Nicody.
Oh!
No, this isn't over yet. I won't give up. Oh no, I cut the artery. This stupid thing. We must stop the bleeding now. Give me the forceps. Forceps, I said. Hey, where is everyone? Fine. I'll manage this alone. I'll do it all by myself. I can fix anything, repair anything. You have to get better. You have to leave. You must. I would have been able to save her. If only I hadn't listened to her. If only I had treated her first. If only I had Sorin and been there. Oh, Selena. No. Oh my god, he fucking dead. Well, chat, the butler did it.
Witness, are you finally ready to tell us the truth?
It's just as the lawyer deduced. So, it was all Robin's scheme against Thorin Sprocket. Do you have any idea how hard it is to lose someone you love? Right in front of you. Lena's condition was clearly more critical than Sorin's. But in spite of that, she said, "Thank you for the hydration, Mark."
Please, help Sorin.
Miss Sprocket's last words. Well, that's what she really meant by those words. I was able to grant her wish, but at the price of her life. So you got a job with Sprocket Aviation and waited for your chance to get revenge. You got close to Mr. Gloomsbury and hatched this plot. Is that right? También digo yo, ¿cómo es que solamente había un cirujano? Es que era el hospital personal de la familia. Entonces debía ser algo privado y no deben de tener muchos cirujanos, yo que sé. Gloomsbury already bore a grudge against Sorin. So when I tempted him with an even better position, he immediately took the bait. He was your accomplice, someone who shared the same goal as you. Why was it necessary for you to kill him? I didn't expect Sorin to strike Gloomsbury out on the Vista deck. And I certainly never imagined he would make his way there along the outside wall. Sorin's love is the real deal after all. My plan had been compromised, so for the time being, I hid his body in the lantern. And tried to think of my next move. And then Mr. Gloomsbury came to during the second wedding reception. As soon as I saw Mr. Gloomsbury, I instantly hit upon an idea. To pin the blame of Gloomsbury's murder on Ellen. You tried to break up the couple by making the bride out to be the murderer. How despicable. Sorin was getting the company and a wedding. All things that were supposed to be Selena's. Took every happiness from her. Who is the despicable one here? Do you think what you did would make her happy? I know it wouldn't. But I couldn't just stand by watching Sorin enjoy his happiness. I was going to have Sorin taste the same pain I had. And then take over Sprocket Aviation. I would take back from him all of the happiness that was rightfully Selena's. Time stopped for me the day I lost her. Just like this pocket watch of hers.
Hold it. Pierce.
Miss Wyatt?
I believe Selena would have said, leave this ill will behind. Your time is yours to live.
It's too late for me. Time will never advance for me ever again. What? It can't be. I see now, Selena, what I did. Wrong. Durísimo. That was raw. That was a good conclusion, I think.
I see no further need to continue this trial. Lilith, please take Mr. Nicody away.
Here's Nicody, another inconsolable time traveler, who lived in time that stood still.
Now then, I must render my verdict regarding the defendant.
Your Honor, before you give your ruling, would you please allow me a moment?
Very well.
Ellen, there's something I need to say to you.
Yes, Sorin.
I've put you through something truly horrible. This whole thing happened all because of me. Ando sensible, esto no ayuda. No, Mark, lo siento. Mark is feeling sensible, chat. He cannot handle this. I would understand if you wanted to call off our marriage.
What? Of course not. I've never once thought that.
If you stay with me, you'll only face even more trying times in the future.
What do you mean?
The truth of this incident, and the car accident before it. I'm going to tell the public everything. I expect the company's reputation will suffer, and I will take a lot of criticism. But I feel I can only really start over once I get everything out in the open.
Sorin.
After all that's happened, I might not have the right to ask you this, but... Well, how should I say this? Maybe I'll just... A life with me probably won't be very easy, but... Will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
Let's take ibuprofen together! Your Honor, thank you for this time. Please, continue with your ruling.
Look at this.
Yippee!
Very well, but first I have one question. Do the two of you pledge your eternal love for each other to the goddess of justice, Themis?
I do, Your Honor.
I do.
Does the prosecution or the defense have any objections?
Well done, Your Honor. No. No objections here.
The defense has no objections either, Your Honor.
¡Que les caso al juez! ¡Qué cookie!
This court finds the defendant, Ellen Wyatt. Ah, that's not right. This court finds the defendant, Ellen Sprocket, not guilty. This court is adjourned. Get the fuck out.
Bro, the bisexuals won today. The judge marrying them is fucking peak. September 23rd, 11:36 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Ellen, Sorin, congratulations.
Mr. Wright, I can't thank you enough. You hadn't exposed it to Sorin and I wouldn't. We wouldn't.
But now you can finally start your new life together, right? Mr. Wright, we'll be holding our real wedding ceremony in the near future. Would you do us the honor of coming to it? Oh, she closed that faucet really fast. I want you to witness our fresh start. Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. And Ellen, this time it will finally be happily ever after, right?
Oh, yes.
The two of you have persevered and overcome this trial together. Now, no matter what obstacles have come your way, I'm sure you will be able to handle them all. And there is another thing I'm sure of too. Y que haya Trucy Show con Athena. Literal, there has to be a Trucy Show with Athena. This person will always be watching over the two of you. The victim? No, it's going to be Selena, right? I imagine it's going to be Selena because they are not letting us pick a profile. I imagine it's Selena. I hope I don't fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to fuck this up, chat. Oh god.
Take that!
Selena. Yes, I think you're right. And we promise to live life to the fullest. For Selena's sake too. Right, Sonin?
Que se besen, que se besen. Kiss, 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 kiss. That's right. Well, we'd better be on our way. No sé si lo sabes, pero yo la cagué con la respuesta final en el caso de Pearl. ¡No, Sean!
Yes, my love.
¡Ah! Wow, the old stressful carry, huh? The way to show off. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye for now. I'll be looking forward to that wedding. Hold on tight, Ellen.
You better believe I will. I'm not letting you go.
Damn, they are down bad for each other. Look at their eyes. Look at their eyes. Oh, fuck. There they go.
You're not thinking of going to that wedding by yourself, are you, boss? You're taking us too, right? Oh boy, maybe there's gonna be all kinds of fancy food there.
Athena, when do you get here? Que hay techo, les da igual. They don't care about the ceiling. They will pierce the heavens with their love.
No, I would have been here to cheer you guys on earlier, but she never gave me a chance to slip away.
You're going to be in even bigger trouble with her later. Speaking of the wedding, maybe I should ask them to invite Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, really? But he thought Ellen was guilty all the way to the end.
That may be true, but... Don't even bother. This claim is dead on arrival. Victory is within your grasp, prosecutor.
Quiet, witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that we can only arrive at through further deliberation. Athena, you didn't do shit. El poder del amor lo destruye, Sean. Sabes que me cago en tus muelas, porque has tenido que recordar esa boda. Jeje, esto... bleh.
Well, it's okay, they are rich. Damiano had a stroke in chat, don't worry. If he hadn't stood up for us when he did, the trial probably would have ended there.
You mean Mr. Edgeworth gave us that chance?
Maybe. Though, knowing him, I doubt he would ever tell, even if I asked.
Well, if that's how you feel about it. Well, if that's how you feel about it, Nick, then why not try to get him invited?
Está limpiando el teclado, perdón. Nah, no te preocupes.
Hey, Maya! Have you ever tried to catch the bouquet? What? No. I never have either. Fighting over a bouquet that's been tossed by the bride. That was a fierce competition. I'm totally stoked. I'm not sure it's really supposed to be all that competitive. I'm a pretty good jumper, so I think I've got a chance.
She's definitely missing the point of the whole thing. And Larry, how did you manage to stay quiet for so long?
Oh. Shut up! Wishing the lady you fell in love with every happiness is what a real man does.
I'm pretty sure that relationship was over before it even began, Larry.
Damn it all. If only I was 10 years younger, things would have gone differently. Hands of time. Why won't you turn back for me?
Okay, at least he accepts the age disparity. September 30th, 9:20 AM. Rocket Park, Mooring Dock. Today is Ellen and Sorin's third wedding ceremony and reception. I heard the bride and groom insisted on it be on the French chapel again. In the end, they were nice enough to invite me and Maya. And Athena kind of invited herself. They also invited Edgeworth, Emma, and even Larry. They say third time's the charm, right? I really do hope it's happily ever after for them this time around. Real Larry still shines through, never mind. Still, I get the feeling it's going to be one rowdy party.
Ready when you are. Okay, here we go.
Emma!
Huh? Oh,
Emma. I know.
Oh, hey! Look who's next! Huh?
No. No! Kill him! Kill him! Emma! Emma! El peinado de Emma!
Blessed to have you.
Emma's hairdo. Emma's fucking hairdo. Chat, I'm down bad. And there we go. That's the end. Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Hey! Look at them. Masterpiece. We fucking did it, chat. We did it. Okay, where is the thing? No. No. ¿Dónde está? Where is it? Well, that's GG. ¿Qué cosa? Lo que hemos desbloqueado. The art we have unlocked. It's supposed to be around here. Ay, the wedding dresses. Ooh. Very Enoch Driver match. Ay, he was going to be even twinkier. Iba a ser aún más twink de lo que ya era. You fucker. Right. Ay. Tenía alas, sí. Well. Chat, se ha terminado. It's over. We finished the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. We did it. It's over. Thank you for being here. It's been a lovely 10 months with all of you. Ay, Dios mío. Ha estado increíble, gente, de verdad. ¿Y sabéis qué vamos a hacer? ¿Nos vamos a ver que viene, pues? ¿No? Sí. Bueno, aún tengo que terminar el Mr. Sisakaya. We still have to finish Mr. Sisakaya. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Gente, antes de iros, before we leave, we're going to rate someone. We're going to rate Sater. Sater Show. Ahí. Segundo, gente. Estamos continuando en pensamientos. Vamos a decirle hola al menos, ¿vale? Vale, pues. Thank you for being here, everyone. I will see you all next week for the end of Mr. Sisakaya. Bye bye. Chao, chao.